is when you have to get several houses and you can't find the mortgages. Joining me now, Lanny Davis, who's a lifelong friend of the Clintons, and David Bossie, who's the former chief investigator charged with looking into the Clintons back in the 1990s. All right, guys, thank you both so much for being here. So, Lanny, that's what her detractors are saying, you know. Mortgages for houses, and that underscores how she's out of touch and she doesn't understand how real people live. And she's going to go out there and campaign on income inequality while she's complaining about not having enough mortgages for all of her houses.
Well, I can't control how people feel, but I can tell you what the facts are. After 12 years of being governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton arrived in Washington almost penniless. And that's not usual for governors after that time period. Then after 8 years in the White House, they ended up deeply in debt. And it took Terry McAuliffe to help guarantee a mortgage for them to buy a house in New York. Now, what I just said to you are facts. You can interpret and argue or have different reactions to facts, but let's agree on the facts.
Well, let's get a couple other facts out there, Lanny. One is that Hillary Clinton was a senior partner at the Rose Law Firm, one of the most successful politically connected firms in Little Rock in Arkansas, when her husband for 12 years was governor, making a lot of money. One. Two, she took a $1,000 investment, made $100,000 on the famous commodity deal with Red Bone. So and of course then she was flipping land lots at the Whitewater Land Development Company. So we know they were making money. So to say we didn't have money when we went there is a little bit far-fetched. $8 million leaving in December of 2000, leaving the White House, getting $8 million advance. I think most average Americans
and then they got the
would think
beautiful
that's a lot
house
of
in
money.
Chappaqua. You know, Lanny just sets up her critics who are jealous of the house in Chappaqua and the rental in the hand. Say, I don't know what house that is. That's not the house in Chappaqua, I think. But anyway, that just, you know, sets them up to have, you know, that schadenfreude feeling.
You know, first of all, my friend David Bossie and I are back to the future because we did combat back in the 90s, so it's nice to be on a program, and he's a nice man, even though he's wrong all the time. Look, there's no question that when they got out of the White House, they didn't have much money. They needed Terry McAuliffe to help
talking about mortgages for houses.
And,
you see how, like, the common folks say, look, I don't like that.
She was asked a question about what she went through, and she did say truthfully, even though David may be also saying some facts about money that she made while she was at the Rose Law Firm. But the country, I would hope most fair-minded people out there watching tonight are not judging Hillary Clinton based upon how much money they had when they left the White House, but what she can do
what
for
about
the
that,
country.
David? Because the Republicans get very upset when people make fun of or dismiss people with a lot of money. Everybody went to Mitt Romney's defense when he got attacked for having a lot of money.
Right.
She's got a lot of money. She earned it. Bill earned it.
I have no problem with her and Bill Clinton having hundreds of millions of dollars, which they seem to have now. So earning $8 million in December of 2000, she probably misplaced it and forgot about it. That's okay. But Democratic progressive voters in primary states aren't as forgiving as Lanny and I. And I think that you're going to have voters looking to other candidates because she is out of touch with the mainstream Democrat voter when you have this kind of argument over income disparity when she is making tons of money.
Go ahead, Lanny.
Well, look, it's going to be fun to hear Republicans who are against middle-class programs like the minimum wage talking about Hillary Clinton, who favors the minimum wage, being out of touch with a Republican who favors no tax cuts at all for the middle class, but tax cuts for the wealthy. These are the issues we'll David and I and Democrats and Republicans, and we'll respect each other.
Well, just in case you're feeling sorry for Hillary, don't, because she got a $14 million advance for her latest book. So she landed on her feet. Guys, thank you.
Thanks so much.
And that's just a drop in the bucket. Now there's over $100 million in the family, I'm told. In any event, coming up, we've got a new Miss USA. Why she is already being attacked by the far-left women's groups, and it is not the beauty pageant thing. Katie Pavlich is here to tell us what it is.